guys, welcome to today's video. So we're going to be doing dilations today. I know we talked about it in class, and with a dilation all you have to do here is multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. So I'm going to go ahead and look at number 1. This is page 7 in your packet. So the scale factor here is going to be 4.5. And just as a reminder, the letter that they will use in math for a scale factor is K. So you would also see this written like K is or equals 4.5. All you have to do is multiply the numbers by the scale factor. So let's start with I. So I is -1, 0. Take this out. Okay, so I prime would be -1 times 4.5, which is -4.5, and then 0 times 4.5 is 0. Okay, M prime, -1 times 4.5 is -4.5. 1 times 4.5 is 4.5. You just multiply, that's all. And then for B prime, 1 times 4.5 is 4.5, and 0 times 4.5 is 0. So you just multiply. Okay? Number 2, here we're dilating by a number that is less than 1. So for the last one, since the scale factor was 4.5, that one gets bigger. So write that on there. That one gets bigger. Now this one, the dilation is less than 1. So this one gets smaller on a graph. Okay? So we're multiplying by 0.25 here. So 2 times 0.25 is 0.5. -1 times 0.25 is -0.25. That's x prime. So g prime, 4 times 0.25 is 1. So this one will be 1 and 1. And w prime, 4 times 0.25 is 1. -1 times 0.25 is -0.25. Okay. Number 3, a dilation of 1.5. So K is 1.5. This number, 1.5, is greater than 1. So this dilation gets bigger. It's an enlargement. Okay? So Q prime, -1 times 1.5 is -1.5. And then 0 times 1.5 is 0. So there's your new coordinates. S prime, -1 times 1.5 is -1.5. 1 times 1.5 is just 1.5 again. And then for Z prime, 2 times 1.5 is 3. 0 times 1.5 is 0. All right. For number 4, my scale factor is 0.25, which is less than 1, so it gets smaller. Okay, and we're multiplying by 0.25 here. So J prime, 0 times anything, or 0 times 0.25 is 0. Okay, 4 times 0.25 is 1. So there's your new coordinates for J. v prime, 1 times 0.25 is 0.25. You can put 0.25 or 0.25, same thing. 5 times 0.25 is 1.25. Notice how the numbers are getting smaller. Okay, so that's v prime. G prime, 3 times 0.25 is 0.75. So 3 would become 0.75, 0.75. And then E prime, negative 1 times 0.25 is negative 0.25. And then 0 times 0.25 is 0. Okay, moving to the graph. For number 6, we did this one in class. I know if you're in my 4th period, we didn't, but you can skip that one if you're in 4th period. Okay, for number 7, I asked you guys to change this to the scale factor to 2 for this one because I was tired of dealing with these decimals. So we're going to multiply these numbers by 2 instead of whatever, 1.5, that's it. Okay, so change that on your paper. 4th period, I forgot to tell you that we ran out of time. Okay, let's graph the pre-image first. So this one, this is the pre-image. So these are the coordinates for the pre-image. So S is negative 1, 0. So go to negative 1, 0. It's on the x-axis. Okay, V is 0 and 1. So go to 0 on the x, 1 on the y. And then E is positive 3 and negative 3. So go to positive 3 on the x-axis and negative 3 on the y. That's right here. Okay. That is your pre-image. I'm going to make my pre-image yellow. Now, we're going to dilate this. We're going to make it larger because the scale factor is a number greater than 1. So this triangle is going to get bigger, okay? We're going to multiply all the coordinates by 2. So negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. 0 times 2 is 0. Okay, next one, 0, 1, B prime. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. E prime, 3 times 2 is 6, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And it's really that simple. Then you just graph it. S is negative 2, 0, so that's right here. Excuse me, I meant to say S prime. Okay. V prime is 0, 2 instead of 0, 1, which is here. E prime is probably going to go off the graph, positive 6, negative 6. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's down. Just down here. We ran out of room. Okay. So your triangle got much larger. Let's make her green. So you see here, your shape got bigger because the scale factor was 2, so it got bigger by 2. All right, one more. Dilation of, cross that one out and change it. This is a scale factor of 1/2, okay? So I put 0.5. That's the same thing as 1/2. So let's graph our pre-image. Oh, since the scale factor is 0.5, that's a number that's less than 1. So this one is going to get smaller. Okay, that's important to understand. Alright, so let's graph our pre-image. That's this one. The first ordered pair is 0, negative 2. So go to 0 on the x, negative 2 on the y. Guys, I'm not going to label these because I have a feeling we're going to run out of room. So there was u. K is negative 1, 3. So go to negative 1 on the x-axis, 3 on the y-axis. That's right there. E is positive 1, positive 2. So go to positive 1 on the x-axis and positive 2 on the y-axis. And then H is positive 2, negative 2. So go to positive 2, negative 2. It's a weird shape. Okay, that's my pre-image. It's going to get smaller. So I'm going to zoom in. It's actually going to be probably kind of hard to graph. Okay. U prime, we're multiplying by 0.5 here. So 0 and negative 1. Great. Right there. K prime is going to be negative 1 times 0.5, which is negative 0.5. And then 3 times 0.5, which is 1.5. Okay, so negative 0.5, that's in between 0 and negative 1. And then 1.5 up, and it's in between 1 and 2. So it's right there. Okay. E prime, negative 1 times 0.5, or sorry, 1 times 0.5 is 0.5. 2 times 0.5 is 1. So 0.5 is in between 0 and 1. I don't know why I wrote on there. And then 1 is just 1 right here. It's going to be a really tiny little shape. And then H prime, 2 times 0.5 is 1. Negative 2 times 0.5 is negative 1. So positive 1, negative 1 down here. So you see this one is a little rectangle because we made it smaller since the scale factor was 0.5. Okay. We'll do more practice with this tomorrow, guys. I just wanted you to get these done for today. If you are in 4th period, I'm going to scoot this over here. This is the steps for 6 through 8. Go ahead and write this down on your paper. I'll pause, or you can pause. And that is all for the video today. See you tomorrow.